thrust upon you in this matter, and hope you will not find my company objectionable. In any case, I trust I shall not be among you long. The Inquisition.
Enough! Noise, trouble, fights. Kill each other if we must, but for God's sakes, do it quietly. Who are you?
Cervantes.
Speak up.
Don Miguel de Cervantes.
A gentleman?
It has never saved me from going to bed hungry.
And, that?
My servant. May I have the honor?
They call me the governor. What's your game?
My game?
Your specialty, man. Cutpurse, highwayman.
No, nothing so interesting. I am a poet.
With throwing men in prison for that now?
No, not for that.
Too bad. Well, let's get on with the trial.
Excuse me, what trial?
Well, yours, of course.
But what have I done?
We'll find something.
You don't seem to understand. I'll only be...
My dear sir, nobody enters or leaves this prison without being tried by his fellow prisoners.
And if I'm convicted,
You will be.
what sort of sentence?
We generally find a prisoner, all of them.
All of them?
Well, it's not practical to take more.
One moment, these things are my livelihood.
I thought you said you were a poet.
Of the theater.
False.
You see, actually, I am a playwright and an actor, so of course these poor little things couldn't possibly be of any use to you.
Heavy.
No, wait up.
Valuable.
Only to me.
We may let you ransom it.
I have no money.
How unfortunate. Paper.
Manuscript.
Still worthless.
Wait! You spoke of a trial. By your own words, I must be given a trial.
Very well then. I hereby declare this court in session. Now then, what are you here for?
I am to appear before the Inquisition.
Heresy?
And not exactly. You see, I was employed by the government as a tax collector.
Poet, actor, tax collector.
A temporary thing to keep us from starvation.
How does a tax collector get in trouble with the Inquisition?
I made an assessment against the monastery of La Merced. And when they refused to pay, I issued a lien on the property.
You did what? He foreclosed on a church. Yes, but why are you here?
If someone had to tack the notice on a church door,
These two have emptier rooms in their heads.
The law says treat everyone equally. We only obey the law.
Governor, if you don't mind, I should like to try this case.
Why?
Well, let us just say that I dislike stupidity, especially when it masquerades as virtue. Miguel de Cervantes, I charge you with being an idealist, a bad poet, and an honest man. How please you?
Guilty.
Bravo!
It is the judgment of this court.
Your Excellency, what about my defense?
But you just pled guilty.
But since I have admitted my guilt, isn't the court required to hear me out?
For what purpose?
The jury may choose to be lenient.
He is trying to gain time.
Do you have a scarcity of that?
Any urgent appointments?
It is true that I am guilty of these charges. An idealist, I have never had the courage to believe in nothing. A bad poet, that comes a bit more painfully. Still,
Let's hear your defense.
no objection, I should like to put it in a manner I know best. In the form of a charade.
Charade.
An entertainment, if you will.
Entertainment.
At worst, it may beguile your time. And if any of you should care to
Governor,
enter in.
Governor, I would like to protest.
No, let's hear about it.
Then, may I set the stage? I shall impersonate a man. Come, enter into my imagination and see him. His name, Alonzo Quijana, a country squire, no longer young, bony, hollow-faced, eyes that burn with the fire of inner vision. Being retired, he has much time for books. He studies them from morn till night, and often through the night as well. And what he reads oppresses him, fills him with indignation at man's murderous ways towards man. He broods, and broods, and broods, and finally, from so much brooding, his brains dry up. He lays down the melancholy burden of sanity and conceives the strangest project ever imagined. Become a knight errant and sally forth into the world to right all wrongs. No longer shall he be plain Alonzo Quijana, but a dauntless knight known as Don Quixote de la Mancha. Hear me now, O lovely and unbearable world, thou art base and debauched as can be. And the knight with his banners all bravely in the eyes of the beholder. Only wait, and thou shalt see amazing sights.
Oh, what kind?
Knights and nations, warlocks, wizards, a cavalcade of vast, unending armies.
They sound dangerous.
They are dangerous, but one there'll be who leads them. He will be most dangerous of all.
Well, who is he? Who?
The great enchanter. Beware him, Sancho, for his thoughts are cold, and his spirit shriveled. He has eyes like little machines, and where he walks, the earth is blighted. But one day we shall meet face to face, and on that day...
Well, I wouldn't get upset, your grace. As I always say, have patience and shuffle the cards.
Do you never run out of proverbs?
Oh, no, your grace. I was born with a belly full of them.
Aha!
What now?
How long since we sallied forth?
About 2 minutes.
So soon shall I engage in brave, unequal combat.
Combat where?
Canst not see? There below, a monstrous giant of infamous repute.
What giant?
It is the dark and dreaded ogre by the name of Mancha Act. You can tell him by the 4 great arms a-whirling on his back.
It's a windmill.
Ho, feckless giant standing there! Avast! Avant! On guard! Beware!
No, no, your grace. I swear by my wife's little black mustache. That's not a giant. It's a... Didn't I tell you? Didn't I say, your grace, that's a windmill?
The work of my enemy.
The enchanter?
At the last moment, he transformed that ogre into a windmill. Sancho, it comes to me
What, your grace?
how he was able to upset me.
What?
It is because I have never properly been dubbed a knight.
Oh, that's no problem. Just tell me how it's done, your grace, and I'll be glad to assist you.
Oh, thank you, my friend, but it may only be done by another knight.
That's a problem.
Yeah, the king.
I've never seen another knight.
Oh, a king of some castle would do, or a duke, or even a prince. Yeah.
Well, very well, your grace. I'll keep an eye out for any kings or dukes as we go. By the way, your grace, do you know where we're going?
Wherever the road may lead.
What now?
The very place.
Where?
There.
Your grace, could you just give me a hint?
There in the distance. A castle.
A castle.
Rock bound amidst the crags.
Grass.
And the banners. Ah, the brave banners flaunting in the wind.
Anything on them?
I see a cat crouching on a field toddy, and beneath it the inscription, meow. And undoubtedly the insignia of some great lord.
Very well, your grace. Perhaps this is where you can get yourself drugged.
Done. Blow thy bugle that a dwarf may mount the battlements and announce our coming.
But I don't see a castle. I do see something. Maybe it's an inn.
An inn.
Well, don't worry, your grace. Perhaps we better pass this one by. You know, these roadside places are full of rough men and women.
Come, let us ride straight to the drawbridge of yon castle, and there thy vision may improve. is an example of how, to the untrained eye, one thing may seem to be another. To Sancho, an inn. To Quixote, a castle. To someone else, whatever the mind may make of it. But for the sake of argument, let us grant Sancho his vision, an inn. A kindly innkeeper, his less kindly wife, rough men muleteers, 15 miles on the road today. And in most particular, a woman called Aldanza.
You want it on the table or over your lousy heads? There's swine. Feed.
I brought you something.
Keep it till it grows up. Little dogs have big ideas.
Oh, Dr. Sweetheart, come here.
With your mouth, not your hands.
Hey, I've got a nice big bed of hay in the stable.
Good. Eat it.
You would deny it, Pedro?
Try me.
My mules are not this stubborn.
Fine. Make love to your mules. One pair of arms is like another. I don't know why or who's to blame. I'll go with you or with your brother. It's all the same. It's all the same. This I have learned, that when the lights out, no man will burn with special flame. You'll prove to me before the night's out, you're all the same. You're all the same. So do not talk to me of love. I'm not a fool with starry eyes. Just put your money in my hand, and you will get what money buys. One pair of arms is like another. I don't know why or who's to blame. I'll go with you or with your brother. It's all the same. It's all the same. Oh, I have seen too many beds, but I have known too little rest, and I have loved too many men with hatred burning in my breast. I do not like you or your brother. I do not like this life I live, but I am me. I am Aldonza, and what I give, I choose. One pair of arms is like another. It's all the same. It's
Noble lords and ladies, my master, Don Quixote, knight errant, and defender of the right, and pursuer of lofty undertakings, implores the boon of hospitality.
Well, sir, is it granted?
Absolutely. This castle is open to everybody.
He's a madman.
Madmen are the children of God. Sir Knight, you must be hungry.
Aye, that I am.
Well, there is food aplenty, and for your squire too. I'll just help him stable your animals.
Gentle knights, fair chatelaine, if there be any among you that require assistance, and you have but to speak, and my good right arm is at your service, whether it be a princess held ransom, or an army besieged and awaiting rescue, or merely, dear God, it is she, sweet lady, fair virgin. I dare not gaze full upon thy countenance, lest I be blinded by beauty, but I implore thee, speak once thy name.
Aldonza.
My lady jests.
Aldonza.
The name of the kitchen scullion, or perhaps my lady's serving maid?
I told you my name. Now get out of my way.
Sweet sovereign of my captive heart, if thou want to put me to a test, I will not fail thee, for I know I have dreamed thee too long, never seen thee or touched thee, but known thee with all of my heart. Half a prayer, half a song, thou hast always been with me, though we have been always apart. Dulcinea, Dulcinea, I see heaven when I see thee, Dulcinea, and thy name is like a prayer an angel whispers. Dulcinea, Dulcinea, if I reach out to thee, do not tremble and shrink from the touch of my hand on thy hair. Let my fingers but see thou art warm and alive, and no phantom to fade in the air. Dulcinea, Dulcinea, I have sought thee, sung thee, dreamed thee, Dulcinea. Now I found thee, and the world shall know thy glory. Dulcinea, Dulcinea. Precisely. And now, if I may get on with it.
Continue your defense.
Imagine now the family our brave knight left behind. Not the lords and ladies and retainers of Don Quixote de la Mancha, but the simple womenfolk of a country squire known as Alonso Quijana. Imagine their shock as news of the master's madness reaches them. To his niece, Antonia, who is worried about its effect on her forthcoming marriage. To his housekeeper of many years, who is worried about even darker matters. To the local padre, who has known Alonso all his life. And shortly, there will enter a character whose philosophy, I think, will appeal enormously to you. Alonso's niece and housekeeper hurry to the neighborhood church. Sancho, may we have a church? That's half a church. Anguished by this terrible situation and not unaware of what the neighbors may think, they seek help and advice from the padre. Oh, boy. The padre. But in spite of the trouble which the squire's madness may bring down upon her head, you may be sure she is only thinking of him.
I'm only thinking of him. I'm only thinking of him. Whatever I may do or say, I'm only thinking of him. In my body it's
Guilty of Salamanca. A man who carries his own self-importance as though afraid of breaking it.
You know, my dear Senor,
I had forgotten how family quarrels have a way of getting out of hand. With so much at stake in the game, let us rearrange the pieces. The queen. Leather. The castle. Formidable. The bishop. Charmingly diagonal. And now, the problem of the night.
Samson,
Have you heard? I was informed by no less than 10 people on my way here. Padre, what do you know of this?
only that the good Senor Quijan has been carried away by his imagination.
Senor Quijana has lost his mind. He's suffering from delusions.
Is there a difference?
Exactitude of meaning. I beg to remind you, Padre, that I am a doctor.
please don't argue. We must do something about him.
Well, I'm more concerned about us, my dear.
What do you mean, us?
Why, our marriage. There's a certain embarrassment about having a madman in the family. Why, in the eyes of others.
Oh, come on, doctor.
I do not relish claiming a lunatic as an uncle.
Well, we all know the innocent must always pay for the sins of the guilty.
Guilty of what? A gentle delusion.
How do you know it is gentle? Who knows what violence he has committed by now? He was armed.
Indeed, with sword and lance.
Please, Samson, I hope so much for us. For you, really. It was all to be for you. My uncle's house, his land.
True, doctor. In time, they would all be yours. After all, if one is to serve science, one must have the means.
Are you a priest or a pawnbroker?
Oh, what I meant was consider the challenge.
Challenge?
Well, think what cleverness it would take to wean this man from madness, to turn him from his course and persuade him to return home.
Well, no, that is a challenge.
Impossible. He can't have gotten far. No more than a day's journey.
Come, Padre. We shall go after him. But as we go, there is one thing that I want the world to know.
I feel with pain that once again we now will hear a very often heard refrain. He's only thinking of him. Wherever I do or say, I'm only thinking just him.
In my body, it's well known, there is not one selfish bone.
They're only thinking about him.
Let us return now to the inn, to the kitchen of the inn. A kitchen. Young lady, if you please. Ah, yesterday's onion stew. Chicken tripe with peppers? Yuck. Now then, as everyone knows, it is imperative that a knight shall have a lady. For a knight without a lady is like a body without a soul. To whom would he dedicate his conquests? What vision sustains him when he sallies forth to do battle with ogres and with giants? Don Quixote, having discovered his lady, sends his faithful squire to her with a missive.
Missive. What's a missive?
It's sort of a letter, right? My master warned me to give it only
What made him think I couldn't read?
Well, as my master said, noble women are so busy with their needlework.
Needlework.
Embroidering banners for their knights. He said they have no time for study.
What's it say?
Most lovely sovereign and high-born lady,
Oh,
the heart of this thy vassal knight faints for thy favor.
oh.
Oh, fairest of the fair, purest of the pure, incomparable Dulcinea.
That again. My name is Aldonza.
My master calls you Dulcinea.
Why?
I don't know. But I can tell you this from experience. Knights have their own language for everything. And it's best not to ask questions or else you get into trouble. I beg thee grant that I may kiss the nethermost hem of thy garment.
Kiss my what?
You keep interrupting, the whole thing will be gone out of my head.
Well, what does he want?
I'm getting to that. And send to me a token of thy fair esteem, that I may carry as my standard into battle.
What kind of a token?
He says generally it's a silken scarf.
Your master's a crack brain.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Well, as someone once said, one madman makes 100 and love makes 1,000.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
You're crazy too. What are you waiting for?
A token.
I'll give him a token. Here.
But my lady.
Don't you, my lady, be too rough. Crack you like an egg. Ah, wait a minute. Come back here. Sit down. Why do you follow him?
Oh, that's easy to explain.
Well,
I'm telling you, it's because.
why?
I like him. I really like him. Tear out my fingernails one by one. I like him. One has been a very good reason. Since I've been with him, cuckoo nuts have been in season.
gets the same as I get, maybe better. You're just as crazy as your master. I'm sorry.